You're welcome. Bit nervous now as an Evertonian standing in the tunnel here. But
big game for both of you, isn't it, today?
It's actually a massive game. Again, every game's a massive game for Everton with the situation we've been put in. And we've not had a win now for a while. I was at Goodison last week and it was tough going. So we need to find something from somewhere. Will it be here today? Probably not. But who knows? Who knows? We'll both teams at times are struggling to click, aren't they? And it could go either way. But I think I'm a little bit pessimistic.
Yeah, I think it was 2013 the last time that Everton got a victory here.
Brian Oviedo.
Yeah.
Oviedo Baby was the song that night.
We won't get you to sing it.
No.
We will get you to talk about these regeneration plans that are in the mix now. You're part of this task force. You're obviously the mayor of Manchester as well. So Jim Ratcliffe seems to want to knock this place down. I think Gary Neville is for that as well. Are you thinking that that's likely to be the case? And what are the benefits of a rebuilt Old Trafford?
It's for the club to decide that. I mean, I obviously could see the benefits of a new stadium, but it is obviously not my call really. What I've got to do is help the club to get to that decision, you know, with all of the stuff around transport and infrastructure, because in either case there needs to be significant investment in infrastructure, and that's where the public money comes in. Everyone thinks, oh, you're paying for a stadium. It's not that. It's obviously about getting the public infrastructure right to support either a refurbished Old Trafford or a new Old Trafford.
Yeah, because you could understand that people look at it, go, billionaire owners, one of the biggest brands in world sport, why on earth does public money need to be involved?
I do understand why people might say that. It's a sort of instant reaction, but you know, look at Everton's new ground. Liverpool City region has put money in the what you would call the enabling works, the sort of infrastructure around the ground. So you know, this is what happens, isn't it? You know, you look at other major developments, obviously Emirates or you know Spurs, the local bodies, the councils play a role in providing that kind of support, that infrastructure. In this case, if we get this right, and if perhaps you go for the most ambitious end, this could be the biggest regeneration project in the north of England in the last 50 years.
And that's not just for the football club, that's for the community in the surrounding areas.
Correct. And what I am looking at is thousands of jobs here. I am looking at new investment coming to our city region because of the name of this football club. And as an Evertonian, I don't mind admitting it. Manchester United is the biggest name in world football. I go around the world promoting Greater Manchester as the mayor. If we unlocked the full power of this football club, it could be fantastic for them, but also for the north of England, and that's what I'm looking at.
Well, talking of the north of England, there's always talk about the possibility of a national stadium for the north, so that maybe it can share duties with FA Cup finals and England internationals. Is that something that you would be a major advocate of?
Well, I do think we should have FA Cup semi-finals, for instance, played around the country again. That was my upbringing. I've never liked the idea of semi-finals at Wembley. Why shouldn't they be here? You know, if you had, you know, Liverpool versus City in a semi-final, it would rightly, in my view, come to a refurbished or rebuilt Old Trafford. So yeah, I mean, I just think we're too London-centric in this country, aren't we? And I personally would like to see England playing around the country as well, because that would just build more affinity with the national team. So obviously those are debates for another day, and I don't think it kind of means that you go ahead with this or not. But I would like to have a conversation with the FA to say, look, you know, make it truly a national game. When Wembley was being rebuilt, it was good when the FA Cup was in Cardiff. It was good when England played around the country.
Finally, how long do you think this process will take?
Well, the immediate job is to work until, let's say, the middle of this year to support the club in making their decision. So that's the first task. I have to do the work with my team around the transport, the infrastructure, to support either option, so they can see what that looks like. So that's the immediate job. I think they'll make a decision middle of the year, perhaps into the autumn, around that time. So that's what we're working towards. And whatever they decide, they will have the full backing of Greater Manchester. You know, we've worked with City on the east of our city, and it's amazing what Manchester City have done there. And I know everyone who goes to the Etihad would say that. Imagine balancing that with what might happen here. You know, this is the football capital of the world. You know, only Milan has 2 Champions League winners in the city, other than Manchester. That's how big this is as a football city. If we set United up properly, well, that's only going to be growing as a success story in the 21st century.